Alright, today is the day 2 of Zodiac Alex. Today we're going to be talking about what's going to happen, okay? We're going to understand that what happened is everything, okay? Because based on that is that we're going to know about what I'm going to explain, okay? There is a way that I'll explain. There's going to be lots of stuff. There's going to be lots of knowing what to do. But you know what? This video is for uh, basically it will be for Virgo and Pisces in this situation. Okay, it means that we have to understand of how to embrace of the opportunity. It means that we will focus the opportunity where I'm using playing cards, I'm using the ability of it, whatnot. But today is that this is how it's going to seem to be right now, because we're going to explain of what's going to happen. Okay, it always involves the opportunity. It can be embrace of it. It can be very good of it. But this is going to be very good. Okay, I would use algebra, which means I'm doing letters and numbers and numerology and all that stuff for you Virgo and Pisces. So, anyway, the further ado of this situation is here. You will see there's going to be cards that you're going to see. One is the playing cards, and the others will be basically a different set of cards. But we're going to explain of how this is going to be good, okay? Because the first one, and then we're going to do how it is, and then I'll tell you what the numerology is, and this is how it's going to be. So further ado is that I'll give you the situation here. Just give me one second about the lighting. All right, so here it is. Um, and I hope that you will like this. Okay, so here we go. So first off, I'll tell you the explanation of how this is going to go. We have the playing cards here, and then we have these cards here. So we're going to see how these cards are going to say. We have the first card represents, blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. So that would be Luke 11:28. Nice picture, right? Now the second one is ask and you shall receive that your joy may be full. John 16:24. So basically that's a good one as well. Okay? Now, it seems to be that that's not over yet. You have the Five of Hearts and you have the King of Diamonds. Now you're going to say, why? What is this? What's happening with that? Well, let me explain. Uh, the King of Diamonds represents Virgo. Okay, it represents Virgo. It represents everything as it seems to be. Okay, so if you're Virgo, um, basically if you're +5 of the numerology, and then this would equal E as the alphabet. Okay. Now the Five of Hearts represents Pisces. Pisces is number 6. So +6 is basically F, the letter F. And so if we do 5 plus 6 equals 11 is K, the letter K. So now you have all these letters, and you would say, why Zodiac Alex is talking about letters? Well, let me explain some more. Numerology 11 is the way called the second master and the master among men. That's what it stands for. Now, in that situation, because I want to say how that will explain. I don't know if I have another another paper here. No, I don't. But it means that when we have more information to this situation here, when I do the EFK stands for, if I put it around here, if it was, it would be Event Friends Night, which means that I'll explain about that abbreviation. The EFK stands for Event Friends Night. Knight. Not the NIGHT, it's KNIGHT. Stands for that. Okay, so if you are a little kid and let's say you're playing a game, and let's say you're a five-year-old for Virgo, a 6-year-old for Pisces, and 11-year-old for 11-year-old. Okay, and if you're between a young lady, a young adult, a young daughter, or a young boy, whatever it is, those three represents that. If you're being a knight, you're basically trying to get, let's say, the princess. You're fighting a dragon and then you're trying to get the princess, because that's what be a knight is, right? And there's a way of, I'm going to explain this in my own words, is that if you watch a movie called Shrek, the first movie, it reminds me when Shrek was basically playing a knight, and then he actually is trying to get Princess Fiona. Let's say for example, that's what it is, right? Because he has a musty young steed or something like that, and that's how it is, right? So if you're being the kids like this, Virgo, Pisces, you have to understand how this is going to relate to you, because like I say, I'm doing algebra, which means I'm doing numerology, lettering, all that, and this is how it seems to be. Nonetheless, of how to explain this, of how the opportunity is, how it's kind of like it's a mixed match kind of thing. But you have to understand how this is going to be going. You have to understand that this is going to be a good situation, a not situation. You have to embrace that. You have to embrace that opportunity, you know. So if it seems how this is going to relate to you, you will understand how this is going to be going, because like I say, it will understand how this is going to go, where you're going to see the cards that I did show you, and you have to understand of how my reading material is, because when I explain this to my own reputation, it makes sense, and if it doesn't make sense, you're basically saying that um, well, basically saying that you're out of luck or something like that. But let's not stop there, because the point being is that in this situation, you have to embrace the opportunity. You have to think like me. You have to think like, why Zoe Alex is talking about this? Well, because I am, right? So you have to embrace the opportunity. You have to think of, you know, ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. Like that's what it is, right? You have to ask and then you have to shall receive. You know, um, it's like this other card would be, blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. Luke 11:28. You have to understand how that is, right? So if you believe of how that is going to go, you will say, wow, Zodiac Alex is talking about this. Yes, it is, right? So if you see how everything will link up together, it will be good. That's all you have to do because, life can be a good situation, life can be an awesome situation, but you know what? If you have, a life that is bad luck, then it's like you have to change that bad luck into good luck. It's that, right? It's like vice versa. It's like I'm talking to you this, you understand how this is going, you know. And remember that you have to embrace the opportunity that you can do this as long as you put your mind to it or something like that. So if you see how this is going to go, you will say like, "Oh my goodness, he's perfectly right. I am perfectly am." So it's like if I'm just giving you this information of knowing to be expected by my own reading, you have to understand that everything will go and you will embrace that. Because, like I say, you have to understand how everything can, have a flippity flop situation, but not really. So, if you've seen this as a way of knowing and liking this, you might as well subscribe to my new channel because this is the newest one. Okay, so if you like this, you might as well just, understand how this is going to go. Remember my words, or remember about what I have said to you, because when when you see this description and you read the whole entire description from top to bottom, it will amaze you of how this is going to be good. Because, like I say, the opportunity is the way of understanding of how everything will fit in. That's all it seems to be. Because when I see this as how this is going to go, you have to embrace it. You have to have, a good way and not not the other way. You know, you have to you have to say to yourself saying, "Wow, like how can that be possible?" Well, it is, right? You have to embrace that. You have to understand how that will go. That's all it is. So before I let you all go, you have to understand like why I'm using the playing cards, for example, because it acts like an all zodiac signs. It acts like a different way. That's why I know to understand how this is going to go for me. But you know what? It has to go towards you. You have to embrace my own desire of knowing to pay attention to this video and to pay attention what I'm saying, because this can be a lesson. And if I'm having a lesson between Virgo and Pisces, you have to understand that part, because you have to embrace, you have to have a good explanation of what I'm saying to you. Because, like I say, you have to understand how everything will fit into place. It doesn't matter that you're going to say, I don't care what zodiacs are saying. No, you have to understand that how I'm telling you this, because it will have to be you. It can't be me, it has to be you. You have to understand that. But anyway, there is one thing that you must learn is that the numerology of number 11, 1, it is the way called the psychic master and the master among men. So if you are a guy like me, for example, this would help you. But remember that all I'm saying to you about the letters of E, F, and K, that will stand for Event Friends Night, which means that you're having a friends, you're having an event, and then you have friends, and then you have the night, which means that you're nighting as, getting that princess or something like that. And if you're the kids that I'm describing, then you have to understand that. So, the further ado, remember, subscribe to my new channel. I am Zodiac Alex. And remember that you just have to understand how everything will go. And remember that I will make these more videos when I get a chance to. And you will embrace the opportunity to understand how everything will be. So enjoy your day, and I hope I will see you next time. Remember to subscribe. Okay, bye.